What's up? So I was thinking about today how I want to really put something together. I'm sick of working for other people and getting a paycheck. I really like the company that I work for, and they provide a lot of value to me because I didn't have to pay for the truck. I didn't have to go acquire the customers. I don't have to pay for the fuel. I don't have to pay the dump that I go empty the truck at. I don't have to pay for anything, and all I have to do is just show up and drive the truck and operate the forks and dump the dumpsters and then drive it to the dump and dump it out. And so I don't have any risk. I don't have any risk. If the business goes under tomorrow, I walk away with my paycheck. And so I took none of the risk. I did none of the capital investment. I did none of the customer acquisition, nothing. And I still get to take $80,000 a year just for showing up and doing the work. So, that's a deal. But here's the thing about that. If there's a lot more money to be had, if I'm willing to do those things, well, I want that money. I am willing to do those things. I'm willing to invest capital and acquire customers and pay for fuel. And so I was thinking about, as just a start, to go get business from somewhere. I was thinking about the school bus company that trained me to get my CDL. I was thinking about going there and then offering them a really good rate to wash all of their buses, to buy a pressure washer after I secure that deal, and then offer to wash each of their buses for like $15 a piece. And now they have tens of buses. They have like probably 40 buses. So if I went there and just worked all day, I could probably get most of those buses washed, if not all of them. And if I could make $400 in one day, that would pay for the pressure washer. And then if I go get a second one and a third and a fourth, if I can get 4 customers, that would buy me a pressure washer and like a $1,000-$1,200 truck. Because what is that? $400. And not every customer is going to be a $400 bill. But after a handful of customers, I could buy a truck and I wouldn't have to run it out of my car anymore. Because as you can see, this small car, I can fit a pressure washer in the back seat, but that's not ideal. I would really like to buy an F-150 and then put like a few 100-gallon tank on the back and be able to carry soap, pressure washer, and everything all by myself and just be able to fill it up somewhere. But where would I get that much water? That's a good question, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I would get that much water, but it would have to be, wouldn't necessarily have to be potable water, but it would have to be clean enough to run through a pressure washing machine. So you wouldn't want debris to get in there. So I guess maybe you could get water from somewhere and then just use a filter. And, well, I'm not sure exactly how that would work. So I guess I need to do more research, don't I? But to get started, I'll just let the customer know that, I'm able to provide this service at a lower price than my competitors who are further down the road of having their business by tapping into their own water source. Using a hose to tap into a local water source on their property. And that's how I'm able to, undercut my competition. So you can decide if that is a higher value to you or not. And I'm just thinking out loud, but that's one thing that I could do, man. And I really like that idea. I just don't know if it'll work, but I'll never know unless I try. So I'm thinking about going to the city that I live in, going to the bus garage and offering to clean the buses for a low rate. But I don't know what rate to offer. Should I go to $20 a bus? Maybe I can call a pressure washing company and ask them how much they would charge. Tell them, like, hey, I I run this bus garage, and my buses are getting real salty, and I want to have a company come in and wash these buses. How much would you charge me per bus if I've got like 30 buses? 20, I'll tell them 20 buses, so they'll quote a higher price. Well, no, I should say a higher number of buses. Get the low end, try to like find out what the bulk price is, and then I want to beat that. I'll beat that price even on a lower number of buses. Because if I can get a few $100 for a day's work, and I'm the only one working out of that money, I'm taking all of that home. That's just gravy. Yeah, I'll have a low cost. I'll be using their water. I'll have an upfront capital investment of the pressure washer. Those guys are speeding. Watch it going over that hill, fellas. There's going to be a cop waiting for you. But, you know, a decent pressure washer to get me started for like probably a little over $400 as an initial capital investment. That's a low startup cost. And then I can use that money to buy the pressure washer and pay myself back for the money that I pay for the pressure washer. Pay myself back immediately, and then start saving the money that the pressure washer is making, that I'm able to make on Saturday afternoons after work. And that's the other thing that's going to hinder me, is that I can't come in during the week. So that might take out the school bus idea. I don't know. I'm going to go talk to him. I'm going to go talk to him today. I'm going to go straight there. But once I have a couple of those down, I'll be able to buy a truck, and you know, I'm excited. I want to move on this thing, and you know, maybe I'll take. So when you're growing a business, you kind of want to put all the money from the business back into the business. And so I don't know how exactly I want to work that out just yet. But I know I want to make that initial capital investment in the pressure washer to get myself started, pay myself back, and then put the money into the business that I'm able to make on the side. But yeah, I want to start a side hustle. And I've heard of guys starting up a pressure washing business, and then they make it huge. So all I got to do is just get in front of enough people that I get a yes. And then once I get a couple of yeses, I can schedule a time to go, and I'll go buy the pressure washer once I have a couple of appointments lined up. You know, I can do people's houses, I can do cars, buses, fleets of cars, just whatever you got. Whatever you got, I'll wash it. And a little ways down the road, I can get into driveway sealing. That makes money, but you need a little bit of expertise, and you need more than just a pressure washer. You need some additional attachments and some other stuff that I've looked into a little bit. But I just want to get started, man. I was talking about it in a previous video I did, that there's no right time to start. There's really not a good, perfect time to start. You just gotta go. You gotta hit start. Go. Sit back and plan. Paralyze yourself with analysis. Let's say paralysis of the analysis or whatever. I don't want to get stuck in that. I gotta move on something. And for, you know, less than $500 to get started, I really want to start on something. Buy like a 200 or 300 foot hose, and then a good pressure line. Well, the pressure washer will come with a decent pressure line, and then I'll have to get like a decent industrial grade hose. Maybe it would be cheaper to buy like a 50 foot and a 100 foot, and then if I ever need the extra hose, I'll just go to the store and buy it. That way, if I'm not going to need all that hose, I can just use the 50 or the 100, and then I'll also have the third option to put them together. And I'll be able to reach pretty far with 150 foot. Not a crazy distance, but enough to get me started on just doing a house. Because the pressure line's an additional 25 feet by itself. The little unit. It's not a commercial unit, but it's enough to get a little bit of money going. And if I get out there and just talk to people, like maybe I'll go knock on doors. I just gotta find the time to do it, and I think Saturday afternoons are the time that I can do it. Okay, listen, I'm trying to turn this into something. Eventually, I'd like to take less hours at work, tell them that I need to be off by noon every day so that I can go operate my business, and I'll still be doing my 4 a.m. to noon, and then I can go do my own thing, maybe one day a week. So I'll start off by taking Saturdays off, although I probably wouldn't need to unless somebody wanted me to be there early. But yeah, I would just take off on days that I needed to go make more money than I'm making at work. And right now at work, every hour that I take off from the job that I'm at is going to come out of overtime hours, because I'm going to get 40 no matter what. So every hour that I take off after that is overtime. So I have to justify it. I have to be making pretty good money. But there's also value in gaining a new customer and getting that word of mouth to grow. So even if I can make the same money, I would rather make the same money working for myself. Even if I'm only still making the same money, I would rather be doing it for me. So that's interesting. So if I took an early day, 4 hours, that's $120. So I wouldn't want to make less money than that. And washing a house, I really need to look into how much it costs, how much pressure washing companies charge. But I know that there's profit margin. I know that. I know there's good profit margin, because you're just buying soap and water and gasoline to power the engine of the pressure washer. And so I would really like to buy that pressure washer and work to save up money to buy a truck. And it doesn't need to be a super nice truck. It just needs to not be destroyed by rust and run decent. And I can get a truck like that for probably like $2,000, a little more. Get an F-150 or something like that with hopefully minimal rust. Clean it up, put a business logo on it, and then after I make some money with that, things can get serious, and I can invest in a trailer. And then I would be able to fit more equipment, more stuff, be able to perform more. And yeah, so it can grow. It can grow. I just got to think about the beginning right now. So that's how I can grow it. But right now I just need to think about the beginning. But I'm excited. I'm still thinking about once I have the truck and I've got a trailer and I've got a nice big water tank and a place to store a lot of soap, different types of soap, different types of things, different attachments, gutter cleaning attachments. They have an attachment to go on the end of the hose, the end of the pressure washing gun, that you can reach way up. You can reach up a couple of stories, and then it goes way up, and then it has a hook on the end, and you can spray out gutters. And I've seen videos of them, and they work. And maybe I can check that out on YouTube. But I'm gonna document how it goes. I'm gonna take video of what I'm doing, and just subscribe if you want to see the journey. It's going to be a kind of a slow go right now to start with, but I'm gonna lay it all out there, and you guys can watch the mistakes that I make, and you can also learn from any success that I hope to have. I hope to have some success. I think that there is success to be had, and so I'm going to stop off at the bus garage company and just see what they say. Worst they're going to do is just throw me out, and that's fine. I'll just be in the same position that I'm in right now, if that happens. So I'm going to close this one out. Maybe I'll shoot another video real quick, and I'll let you guys know what the news is. But yeah, subscribe to follow the story, man. I'm gonna try to get this thing off the ground, and you know, maybe it'll go nowhere, and if it does, I'll start something else. But we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go talk to him. So, till next time.